Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have a beer from a new brewing company that I've not done a review for yet, which kind of surprised me when I looked it up, but that is the case. I haven't done anything from them yet. This is from Other Half Brewing Company out of Brooklyn, New York. This beer is called, I'm not going to put it up to the camera because it's really hard to read. They have this knack for like putting the description of the beer and the name in like a weird font, so it's hard to read on the logo. I don't know why they do that, but it's called Laid Back. It's a sour peach India Pale Ale, 6% ABV. I've never had this beer before. I don't really know anything about it, so it's probably best to go in blind. I've had a good amount of IPAs from these guys, but I don't think I've had any sour IPAs from them, so that's a new thing for me as well. So I'm going to give this guy a go and see what we got here. It's a random pink looking can. So it looks like a pretty standard hazy IPA. Pretty bright orange color with about a finger's worth of fluffy white head. So I will say, most of the time when I have sour IPAs, usually the character that I get from like the lactic acid is, and a lot of times there's usually fruit in them too, is so much stronger than the hops that it really doesn't smell and or taste like an IPA. This, I get that underlying like lactic acid, but it definitely still has a pretty big juicy hop character. It's a little herbaceous and orangey. I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily getting peach, and if I was, it might be from the peaches that are in this. I'm not sure. That's really interesting. Definitely less tart than most other sour IPAs I've had, which, in my opinion, is a good thing because I don't want something that's called a sour IPA and it's basically just a fruited kettle sour. I think that's stupid, and they just throw that word IPA on there to try to get more people to buy it. It definitely has like a little bit of an acidity to it, but it's like I said, it's not like sour. I do get a little bit of that like grainy cereal note that you get from kettle sours, which I don't particularly like, but it is minimal. There is a nice like orangey like pineapple-y hop character, and in the back end, like after I really swallow it, I am getting a little bit of the peach skins. Yeah, I don't know. This one, it's kind of weird to me. Like, I appreciate it that it's more along the lines of a true IPA that just has like some acidity, but the hops still don't pop that much, and the peaches are kind of not there much at all, really. Uh, it's one of those things I appreciate that it's different, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I like the beer. Uh, I don't want to say that I dislike it because I don't. I just thought I saw a peach chunk there. It's weird because it smells like so hoppy, like a fresh IPA. But I mean, it still tastes hoppier than most sour IPAs, but it's still. I'll say the more I drink it, though, I think the more I like it. Because the the acidity level is kind of reducing. I think I'm getting used to that, and I'm tasting more of the hops. Uh, I do, like I said before, I really do appreciate that it's mostly an IPA in form with just like a little bit of acidity. And even the mouthfeel is like a little different than an IPA would be. It's a little thinner and like a little more carbonated, it seems like. Uh, and I generally don't love sour IPAs to begin with, so this is, on that scale, it's definitely up there. I'm just thinking of if I'm going to call this a buy drink dump. I don't know what this costs. I know other half stuff is kind of expensive, but I also know that they're in freaking New York City, basically. They're in Brooklyn, so I understand why it would be more expensive there. So I'm not going to hold that against them. So I'm going to kind of ignore the cost, even though I don't know what it is. I'm guessing this is at least $20 a 4-pack, probably more. I'm going to give this one a buy, though. I think sometimes you want something hoppy, but you want something different. You know, that isn't just going to taste like ground up hops. This does have a little bit of a tweak to it, but it still has a nice fresh hop character and sticks to the roots of an IPA at least. And I could see why people would want this. It is really easy to drink. There's no signs of any booze really at all, and I mean it is only 6%, so there shouldn't be too much. But I like the fact that I wish the peaches were like maybe a tiny bit more pronounced. I wouldn't want that to be the dominant flavor. I wish it was there a little bit more, but I don't. Just like the just fruited kettle sours, I'm not a big fan of either, and calling them sour IPA. So I really like that this sticks true to style, and I could see wanting to drink this like by the pool or on the lake or something in the summer. So I'm gonna give this one a buy. Yeah, and it's I'm glad I got to do my first review from Other Half, because I personally think they're kind of overhyped, but they do make good beer. I just think people go a little too crazy for them, but they're definitely worth checking out if you're in Brooklyn or in New York for sure. I don't know that I would go way out of my way to trade for their stuff, but they do make pretty good beer. So that's all I have to really say about Other Half at this point. That's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.